Book summary: Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki is a personal finance classic that contrasts the financial teachings of two father figures. The author's own father, referred to as Poor Dad, and the father of his friend dubbed Rich Dad. Through the book, Kiyosaki explores how the mindset and lessons imparted by these two figures shaped his understanding of money, wealth, and success. Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, introduces readers to a transformative journey through his childhood, where he learned valuable financial lessons from two father figures, his biological father, Poor Dad, and the father of his childhood best friend, Rich Dad. The contrasting perspectives and financial philosophies of these two influential figures became the foundation of Kiyosaki's financial education. Poor Dad, his biological father, was a well-educated man with a stable job and a commitment to formal education. He believed in the traditional path of getting a good education to secure a safe job with benefits, focusing on job security and living within one's means. However, despite his academic achievements, Poor Dad struggled financially and faced constant challenges in managing money effectively. In stark contrast, Rich Dad, the father of Kiyosaki's best friend, was an entrepreneur and self-made millionaire who possessed a different mindset towards wealth and success. Rich Dad didn't rely on traditional education alone, but emphasized the importance of financial literacy, investing, and understanding the mechanisms of money. He taught Kiyosaki unconventional yet invaluable lessons about wealth creation, asset accumulation, and leveraging opportunities to build wealth independently. The book explores how the divergent teachings of these two father figures shaped Kiyosaki's financial perspectives and set him on a path to discover the fundamental differences between the rich and the poor regarding their approach to money, assets, and liabilities. Kiyosaki's personal experiences and the guidance of Rich Dad led him to question conventional financial wisdom and inspired him to share these invaluable insights in Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The central theme of the book revolves around contrasting these two perspectives and encouraging readers to rethink their approach to wealth, financial education, and the path to financial independence. By exploring these contrasting teachings, Kiyosaki aims to enlighten readers about the fundamental principles of money management and empower them to make informed financial decisions that can pave the way towards financial freedom and prosperity. Chapter 1: Lessons from Poor Dad. Poor Dad, as portrayed in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, represented the traditional mindset towards money and success prevalent in society. His teachings were rooted in conventional wisdom and emphasized certain key financial principles that have been ingrained in many people's minds for generations. 1. Emphasis on formal education. Poor Dad strongly believed in the value of a good education. He advocated the pursuit of academic excellence, secure employment through a stable job, and climbing the corporate ladder. His belief was that a high-paying job secured through a prestigious education was the key to financial security and success. 2. Focus on job security. Poor Dad's financial philosophy centered on job security and stability. He encouraged a cautious approach, advocating for a steady paycheck, benefits, and a sense of stability that a traditional job offered. The idea of taking risks, venturing into entrepreneurship, or investing in ventures beyond a secure job was not part of his teachings. 3. Working for money. Poor Dad instilled the traditional belief that one should work hard for money. He emphasized the importance of exchanging time for money and saw labor as the primary means of earning an income. The idea of passive income or money working for you was not a concept he discussed or encouraged. 4. Fear of financial risks. Poor Dad was risk-averse when it came to finances. He believed in playing it safe, avoiding financial risks, and maintaining a frugal lifestyle within one's means. His approach was cautious, and he avoided investments or ventures perceived as risky. While Poor Dad's teachings were well-intentioned and based on conventional wisdom, the book contrasts his principles with those of Rich Dad, showcasing how this traditional mindset often limits financial growth and inhibits individuals from exploring alternative paths to wealth creation and financial freedom. By portraying Poor Dad's principles, Rich Dad, Poor Dad encourages readers to critically evaluate these conventional financial beliefs, challenge their validity, and consider alternative strategies for achieving financial success and independence beyond the traditional norms. Chapter 2: Lessons from Rich Dad. Rich Dad, a pivotal figure in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, introduced contrasting financial philosophies that stood in stark contrast to the conventional beliefs imparted by Poor Dad. His teachings revolved around unconventional yet insightful principles that focused on achieving financial independence and wealth creation through a different lens. 1. Emphasis on financial literacy. Rich Dad prioritized financial education and literacy over formal schooling. He believed that understanding how money works, including investments, taxes, and the power of assets, was crucial to financial success. He emphasized continuous learning about financial concepts that were rarely taught in schools. 2. Asset accumulation versus liabilities. Unlike Poor Dad's focus on job security, Rich Dad emphasized the importance of accumulating income-generating assets. He distinguished between assets and liabilities, teaching that assets put money in one's pocket, while liabilities take money out. He encouraged acquiring assets that generate passive income, such as real estate, stocks, or businesses, to create lasting wealth. 3. Passive income generation. Rich Dad advocated for creating multiple streams of passive income. He believed in making money work for you rather than solely relying on active labor for income. His approach involved building assets that generate continuous cash flow, providing financial stability and freedom. 4. Entrepreneurship and investment. Rich Dad promoted entrepreneurship and investment as vehicles to financial success. He encouraged taking calculated risks, starting businesses, and investing in opportunities that could yield long-term financial growth. He believed in using money as a tool to create more money, fostering a mindset of abundance and opportunity. Rich Dad's teachings challenged the status quo by encouraging individuals to think differently about wealth creation, taking calculated risks, and embracing opportunities beyond the confines of a traditional job. By emphasizing financial literacy, asset accumulation, passive income, and entrepreneurial ventures, Rich Dad's principles aim to empower individuals to break free from the cycle of working for money and instead make money work for them. Through the teachings of Rich Dad, Poor Dad inspires readers to expand their financial horizons, embrace alternative paths to wealth creation, and develop a mindset geared towards achieving financial independence and long-term prosperity. Chapter 3. Assets versus liabilities. In Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki emphasizes a fundamental concept: understanding the distinction between assets and liabilities. This differentiation forms the cornerstone of financial literacy and significantly influences an individual's path towards wealth or financial struggle. Assets. Assets are resources or investments that put money in your pocket. They generate income and contribute positively to your financial well-being. Examples of assets include real estate properties generating rental income, stocks that pay dividends, profitable businesses, royalties from intellectual properties, or even certain bonds and notes that yield returns. The key characteristic of assets is their ability to produce cash flow or appreciate in value over time. For the wealthy, acquiring and building a portfolio of income-generating assets is crucial. They prioritize investments that generate consistent income or appreciate in value, thereby expanding their wealth. Liabilities. On the other hand, liabilities are items or expenses that take money out of your pocket. They do not contribute to wealth creation and often drain financial resources. Examples of liabilities include mortgages, consumer loans, credit card debt, car loans, or any ongoing expenses that do not generate income. The crucial aspect of liabilities is that they require continuous monetary input without adding value or generating income. The poor or financially struggling individuals often find themselves accumulating liabilities such as excessive debt, unnecessary expenses, or high-interest loans, resulting in financial strain and limited wealth accumulation. Understanding the difference between assets and liabilities is pivotal for financial success. The wealthy focus on acquiring income-generating assets that contribute positively to their financial health and provide a pathway to long-term wealth creation. In contrast, those who struggle financially tend to accumulate liabilities that drain their resources, hindering their ability to build wealth. This concept encourages individuals to reevaluate their financial decisions, prioritize acquiring assets that generate income or appreciate in value, and minimize liabilities that deplete resources. By reshaping their mindset towards asset accumulation and liability reduction, individuals can pave the way for improved financial stability and long-term wealth accumulation. Chapter 4. Mindset shifts. Transitioning from the mindset of Poor Dad to that of Rich Dad entails significant shifts in thinking and behavior. In Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki emphasizes several crucial mindset changes necessary for achieving financial success and independence. 1. Financial education. Rich Dad emphasizes the importance of financial education beyond formal schooling. This shift involves actively seeking knowledge about money, investing, and understanding the mechanisms of wealth creation. It encourages individuals to constantly learn and educate themselves about finances, investing, and the principles of wealth building, often through self-study, mentorship, or specialized courses. 2. Risk-taking. Rich Dad advocates a more calculated approach to risk-taking. While the poor dad mentality avoids risks and prefers security, the rich dad mindset acknowledges that calculated risks are essential for growth. It involves stepping out of the comfort zone, identifying and evaluating opportunities, and making informed decisions that might involve risk, but also have the potential for higher returns. 3. Seizing opportunities. Rich Dad's mindset emphasizes the proactive pursuit of opportunities. It involves recognizing and seizing potential income-generating opportunities, whether through investments, entrepreneurship, or identifying gaps in the market. This shift encourages individuals to adopt an opportunistic mindset, keeping an eye out for possibilities that align with their financial goals. 4. Asset acquisition. Shifting towards the mindset of Rich Dad involves prioritizing asset acquisition. It emphasizes the accumulation of income-generating assets, focusing on building a portfolio that produces passive income streams. This shift involves transitioning from a mindset centered on immediate consumption, liabilities, to one that prioritizes long-term wealth creation, assets. 5. Entrepreneurial mindset. The Rich Dad mentality encourages developing an entrepreneurial mindset, irrespective of one's profession. It involves cultivating creativity, innovation, and the ability to recognize and create value. This shift involves thinking like a business owner, exploring opportunities to generate income independently, and understanding how to leverage resources effectively. In essence, transitioning from the poor dad mentality to the mindset of Rich Dad requires a fundamental shift in beliefs and actions. It involves embracing continuous learning, calculated risk-taking, seizing opportunities, prioritizing asset acquisition, and cultivating an entrepreneurial mindset. These mindset shifts are crucial in empowering individuals to take control of their financial futures and work towards achieving lasting wealth and financial freedom. Chapter 5. Actionable takeaways. Rich Dad Poor Dad offers valuable insights and actionable steps that viewers can implement to enhance their financial situation. 1. Focus on financial education. Start by prioritizing financial education beyond conventional schooling. Engage in self-learning through books, courses, seminars, and mentorship programs focused on financial literacy, investing, and wealth-building strategies. 2. Understand assets versus liabilities. Differentiate between assets and liabilities. Strive to accumulate income-generating assets that produce cash flow or appreciate in value, while minimizing liabilities that drain resources without contributing to wealth. 3. Begin investing. Start investing early and regularly. Explore various investment avenues such as stocks, bonds, real estate, mutual funds, or starting a small business. Embrace the power of compound interest and long-term investment strategies. 4. Develop multiple income streams. Diversify income sources to reduce dependency on a single income stream. Consider side hustles, freelancing, rental income, or dividend-paying investments to create multiple avenues for generating income. 5. Change mindset towards money. Shift the mindset from working solely for money to making money work for you. Cultivate an entrepreneurial mindset, take calculated risks, and seek opportunities for passive income or wealth creation. 6. Reduce unnecessary expenses. Assess and minimize unnecessary expenses that do not contribute to your financial goals. Prioritize spending on assets or experiences that align with your long-term financial objectives. 7. Embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Embrace failures and setbacks as learning experiences on the path to success. Understand that failures are integral to the learning process and often pave the way for future successes. 8. Set clear financial goals. Define clear and achievable financial goals. Establish short-term and long-term goals, whether it's saving for retirement, purchasing assets, or achieving financial independence, and create a plan to reach these objectives. 9. Seek mentorship and guidance. Surround yourself with mentors, financial advisors, or individuals who have achieved financial success. Learn from their experiences, seek guidance, and leverage their expertise to accelerate your financial journey. 10. Take action and be consistent. Implementation is key. Take consistent and deliberate actions towards your financial goals. Stay disciplined, adapt, and adjust strategies as needed while staying committed to your long-term vision. By incorporating these key takeaways from Rich Dad Poor Dad into their lives, viewers can embark on a journey towards financial empowerment, wealth creation, and ultimately achieve greater financial stability and freedom. Thank you for watching and sharing. Book summary.